Freddie Mercury, one of the most enigmatic and transformative figures in the history of music, left an indelible mark on the world with his extraordinary talent, flamboyant persona, and unparalleled artistry. Born Farrokh Bulsara on September 5, 1946, in Stone Town, Zanzibar, his journey from modest beginnings to global superstardom is a tale of resilience, creativity, and innovation that continues to inspire generations. Before we continue the video, we would like to ask you to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your understanding. Freddie's early years were spent in Zanzibar, a small archipelago in East Africa, where his parents, Bomi and Bulsara, lived as part of the Parsi community. Freddie's upbringing was steeped in Zoroastrian traditions and values, a contrast to the dynamic and bold persona he later embodied on stage. His father worked as a cashier for the British Colonial Office, affording the family a stable, if modest, lifestyle. At the age of 8, Freddie was sent to St. Peter's School, a British-style boarding school in Panchugni, India. It was here that his prodigious musical talent began to shine. He learned to play the piano and developed a passion for music, participating actively in the school choir. His first foray into performing came when he joined a school band called the Hectics, which played covers of rock and roll hits popular at the time. Even at this young age, Freddie exhibited the charisma and flair that would later define his career. In 1963, the political unrest in Zanzibar prompted the Bulsara family to relocate to England, settling in Feltham, a suburban town west of London. For teenage Freddie, this was a turning point. Immersed in British culture and the burgeoning rock scene of the 1960s, he began to cultivate his artistic identity. Freddie attended Ealing Art College, where he pursued a diploma in graphic art and design. This education played a pivotal role in shaping his aesthetic sensibilities, which would later influence Queen's distinctive visual style. During this time, he worked various odd jobs, including one as a baggage handler at Heathrow Airport, all while dreaming of a future in music. In the late 1960s, Freddie became a fan of a local band called Smile, which included guitarist Brian May and drummer Roger Taylor. After the departure of their lead vocalist, Freddie joined the band in 1970, bringing with him a dynamic presence and a unique vision. He suggested the name Queen, a bold and theatrical choice that reflected his penchant for extravagance and defiance of norms. Freddie also designed the band's iconic crest, which incorporated the zodiac signs of all 4 members: 2 lions for John Deacon and Roger Taylor, a crab for Brian May, and 2 fairies for Freddie himself. This logo symbolized the unity and creativity of the band. Queen's early years were a blend of experimentation and determination. Their self-titled debut album, released in 1973, showcased their innovative sound, a fusion of hard rock, glam, and progressive elements. However, it was their 4th album, A Night at the Opera, that catapulted them to international fame, largely due to the groundbreaking single Bohemian Rhapsody. The 6-minute masterpiece, blending operatic vocals with hard rock, defied conventional song structures and became an instant classic. Freddie Mercury was more than a lead singer. He was a consummate showman. His stage presence was magnetic, commanding audiences with his flamboyant costumes, boundless energy, and dynamic vocal range. Whether performing in a sequined leotard or a white tank top and jeans, Freddie had an uncanny ability to connect with audiences, making every concert feel like an intimate exchange despite the grandeur of the venues. Queen's live performances became legendary, with the Live Aid concert in 1985 standing as perhaps their most iconic moment. Held at Wembley Stadium and watched by millions worldwide, Freddie's charismatic performance of hits like Radio Gaga and We Are the Champions showcased his unparalleled ability to unite people through music. Queen's music evolved significantly over the years, reflecting Freddie's versatility and willingness to explore different genres. Early albums like Queen 2 featured complex arrangements and fantasy-inspired lyrics, while later works like The Game incorporated funk and disco influences, as evidenced by hits like Another One Bites the Dust. Freddie also pursued a solo career, releasing albums like Mr. Bad Guy and collaborating with opera singer Montserrat Cabal on the album Barcelona. These projects allowed him to explore different facets of his artistry, blending pop, opera, and theatricality in innovative ways. Behind the public persona, Freddie Mercury's personal life was marked by complexity and introspection. His most enduring relationship was with Mary Austin, whom he described as his common-law wife. Although their romantic relationship ended when Freddie came out as bisexual, their bond remained unbreakable. Freddie entrusted Mary with his estate and requested that she scatter his ashes in a secret location after his death, a wish she fulfilled with utmost loyalty. Freddie's later years were spent with Jim Hutton, an Irish hairdresser who became his partner and caretaker. Their relationship brought stability and love during Freddie's final years, offering him a sense of domestic tranquility amidst his declining health. In the late 1980s, Freddie Mercury was diagnosed with AIDS, a disease that carried immense stigma and fear at the time. Despite his declining health, Freddie continued to work tirelessly, recording music until the very end. The album Innuendo, 1991, was a poignant farewell, with songs like The Show Must Go On reflecting his determination to keep creating despite his illness. Freddie chose to keep his diagnosis private, revealing it to the public only in a statement released one day before his death. On November 24, 1991, Freddie Mercury passed away at the age of 45, leaving behind a legacy that would continue to inspire and resonate for decades. Freddie Mercury's impact on music and culture is immeasurable. His groundbreaking contributions to rock music, coupled with his fearless embrace of individuality and creativity, have made him an enduring icon. He remains a symbol of self-expression and defiance of societal norms, particularly within the LGBTQ+ community. The establishment of the Mercury Phoenix Trust by Queen's surviving members in his memory has raised millions for AIDS research and awareness, ensuring that Freddie's legacy extends beyond music to make a tangible difference in the fight against the disease. The release of the 2018 biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, starring Rami Malek as Freddie, reintroduced his story to a new generation, further cementing his place as one of the greatest performers in music history. Freddie Mercury's life was a symphony of contradictions, flamboyant yet introspective, iconic yet deeply personal. Through his music, he gave voice to the joy, pain, and complexity of the human experience. Decades after his death, his songs continue to inspire, reminding us that true artistry knows no bounds and that, in Freddie's own words, the show must go on. Freddie Mercury's vocal prowess remains one of the most celebrated aspects of his legacy. With a reported vocal range spanning nearly 4 octaves, his ability to convey raw emotion through his voice set him apart from his contemporaries. Researchers and vocal experts have studied his singing technique extensively, noting his unique ability to create rapid, vibrato-like oscillations and sustain high-energy performances without compromising vocal quality. Freddie's voice could transition seamlessly from powerful rock belting to tender ballads, exemplifying his versatility. Iconic songs like Somebody to Love showcased his gospel-inspired harmonies, while tracks such as Love of My Life revealed his ability to convey heartfelt emotion with a delicate falsetto. Whether performing the thunderous opening of We Will Rock You or the operatic highs of Bohemian Rhapsody, Freddie's vocal ability was unmatched. Freddie Mercury's life offstage mirrored the flamboyance and extravagance he displayed in his performances. Known for throwing lavish parties, his celebrations were legendary, often attended by a mix of celebrities, close friends, and bandmates. These events were as theatrical as Freddie himself, featuring everything from elaborate costumes to live entertainment. One of his most famous parties was the black and white drag ball held in Munich in 1985, where guests were asked to adhere to a strict black and white dress code. The night included everything from acrobats and fire eaters to dancers, and it remains one of the most talked about social events of the decade. Despite the glamour, Freddie also valued the simpler pleasures in life. His love for cats was well documented. He treated his feline companions as family, often dedicating time to speak to them over the phone while on tour. He even wrote the song Delilah as a tribute to one of his cats, expressing his deep affection for them. As Queen rose to prominence, their reach extended far beyond the United Kingdom. The band's ability to resonate with audiences across cultures and continents was a testament to their universal appeal. Freddie's charisma, combined with the band's innovative sound, enabled them to break barriers and transcend genres. The band's 1986 performance at Budapest's Népstadion, part of the Magic Tour, was particularly significant. At the time, Hungary was under communist rule, and Western bands were rarely permitted to perform. Queen's concert marked a groundbreaking moment, symbolizing cultural exchange and the unifying power of music. Their global appeal was further solidified with the 1981 release of the Greatest Hits album, which remains one of the best-selling albums of all time. Songs like Don't Stop Me Now, Under Pressure, and I Want to Break Free became anthems for millions, each carrying themes of liberation, resilience, and joy. Freddie Mercury's solo career, while not as commercially successful as his work with Queen, offered a deeper look into his artistic soul. His debut solo album, Mr. Bad Guy, featured tracks that blended pop, disco, and orchestral elements. Songs like Living on My Own and Made in Heaven highlighted his playful and introspective sides, respectively. His collaboration with Montserrat Cabal, a renowned opera singer, for the album Barcelona was a bold and unconventional move. The title track, a fusion of rock and opera, showcased Freddie's ability to transcend musical boundaries and explore uncharted territory. The song later became the official anthem of the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, cementing its place in history. While Freddie Mercury's public life was filled with glamour and accolades, his private life was a tapestry of struggle and resilience. Diagnosed with AIDS at a time when the disease was poorly understood and heavily stigmatized, Freddie faced his illness with remarkable courage. He chose to keep his diagnosis private, focusing on creating music and maintaining a semblance of normalcy in his life. Freddie's decision to disclose his illness just one day before his death was a powerful act that brought attention to the AIDS epidemic. His statement humanized the disease and underscored the indiscriminate nature of its impact. The revelation helped to break down societal prejudices and sparked important conversations about AIDS awareness and research. In April 1992, less than 6 months after Freddie's passing, the remaining members of Queen organized the Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness. Held at London's Wembley Stadium, the event was a star-studded affair, featuring performances by artists such as Elton John, David Bowie, George Michael, and Annie Lennox. The concert not only celebrated Freddie's life and legacy but also raised millions of dollars for AIDS research and education. One of the most memorable moments of the night was George Michael's rendition of Somebody to Love, a performance so powerful that it was hailed as one of the best live tributes ever given to Freddie Mercury. The concert brought together fans, musicians, and activists, uniting them in the fight against AIDS. After Freddie's passing, the remaining members of Queen, Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon, faced the challenge of carrying on without their charismatic frontman. While Deacon retired from public life in the late 1990s, May and Taylor continued to perform under the Queen name, collaborating with artists like Paul Rodgers and Adam Lambert. These collaborations introduced Queen's music to new audiences while honoring Freddie's legacy. The 2018 biopic Bohemian Rhapsody reignited global interest in Queen and Freddie Mercury's story. Starring Rami Malek as Freddie, the film explored his rise to fame, struggles, and triumphant moments. It earned critical acclaim and multiple awards, including an Academy Award for Best Actor for Malek. Decades after his death, Freddie Mercury remains a symbol of individuality, creativity, and resilience. His music continues to inspire artists across genres, while his fearless embrace of self-expression serves as a beacon for those seeking to live authentically. Through initiatives like the Mercury Phoenix Trust, his legacy extends beyond the arts, contributing to vital causes and ensuring that his influence continues to make a positive impact on the world. Freddie Mercury's story is one of triumph over adversity, a reminder that even in the face of great challenges, the human spirit can soar to unimaginable heights. Freddie Mercury's influence on modern music is unparalleled, as his innovative approach to songwriting, performance, and vocal delivery continues to resonate with contemporary artists. Musicians across genres, ranging from rock and pop to opera and heavy metal, often cite Freddie as a key inspiration. His ability to blend diverse musical elements with bold experimentation has left an indelible mark on how music is conceived, performed, and received. Artists such as Lady Gaga, who took her stage name from Queen's song Radio Gaga, have openly acknowledged Freddie's impact on their artistry. Lady Gaga's theatrical performances and eclectic style echo Freddie's own fearless stage presence and boundary-pushing creativity. Similarly, Bruno Mars, known for his energetic performances and genre-blending tracks, has often praised Freddie's showmanship and ability to captivate audiences. Beyond individual artists, entire bands have drawn inspiration from Queen's legacy. Muse, one of the most successful rock bands of the 21st century, has frequently credited Queen as a major influence on their sound and theatrical live performances. Songs like Muse's Knights of Sidonia bear the hallmark of Queen's epic, genre-defying style. Freddie's vocal techniques, particularly his operatic range and use of dramatic dynamics, have also inspired countless vocalists. Singers such as Adam Lambert, who now performs with Queen, and Mark Martel, whose voice was used in the Bohemian Rhapsody biopic, carry forward Freddie's vocal legacy in their own performances. Freddie Mercury's life and career have had a profound impact on LGBTQ+ visibility, both during his lifetime and in the decades since his passing. While Freddie never publicly identified as gay or bisexual, his flamboyant style, unapologetic self-expression, and personal relationships challenged societal norms and resonated deeply with LGBTQ+ individuals seeking representation in popular culture. In the 1970s and 1980s, The music industry was still a space where queerness was often hidden or coded. Freddie's boldness, on and off the stage, helped pave the way for greater openness and acceptance in the entertainment world. His ability to command arenas with a mix of androgyny and machismo was groundbreaking, defying traditional expectations of masculinity in rock music. The posthumous acknowledgement of his battle with AIDS also had a significant cultural impact. At a time when the disease was heavily stigmatized, Freddie's story helped humanize the epidemic and drew attention to the struggles faced by those living with HIV/AIDS. Organizations like the Mercury Phoenix Trust, founded by Queen's remaining members and Freddie's manager, have continued this legacy by funding AIDS research and awareness initiatives. Today, Freddie Mercury is celebrated as an LGBTQ+ icon, and his life serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of authenticity and resilience in the face of adversity. His story continues to inspire LGBTQ+ individuals around the world, providing a beacon of hope and empowerment. Freddie Mercury was more than a singer. He was a performer who could turn any stage into his personal domain. His ability to connect with audiences, whether in an intimate venue or a massive stadium, remains legendary. From his grand entrances to his iconic mic stand poses, Freddie knew how to command attention and create an unforgettable experience for fans. One of the most iconic moments in music history is Queen's performance at Live Aid in 1985. Held at Wembley Stadium, this benefit concert brought together some of the biggest names in music, but Queen's 20-minute set stole the show. Freddie's interaction with the crowd, leading them in a now-famous I.O. call and response, showcased his unparalleled ability to make every individual in a sea of thousands feel personally engaged. Freddie's stage outfits were another element of his magnetic presence. From his diamond-patterned leotards and regal capes to his simple white tank top and jeans at Live Aid, every look was meticulously crafted to enhance the performance. His ability to marry visual spectacle with musical excellence set a standard that few performers have matched. Freddie Mercury's influence extends beyond music and performance. He is a cultural icon whose image and story have become symbols of individuality and artistic freedom. His larger-than-life persona and fearless creativity have inspired people in various fields, from fashion to film to art. Fashion designers often draw inspiration from Freddie's eclectic style, blending elements of glam rock, Victorian-era aesthetics, and contemporary minimalism. His penchant for dramatic theatrical costumes has influenced the likes of Jean-Paul Gaultier, Alexander McQueen, and Gucci. Freddie's iconic mustache and leather outfits from the 1980s also became symbols of LGBTQ+ visibility and empowerment. In cinema and literature, Freddie Mercury is frequently referenced as a symbol of unyielding creativity and charisma. His story has been the subject of numerous documentaries, biographies, and the Oscar-winning film Bohemian Rhapsody, which introduced his life and music to a new generation. Freddie Mercury's legacy extends into philanthropy through the ongoing work of the Mercury Phoenix Trust, which has raised millions of dollars for AIDS research and education. Established in 1992, the organization funds projects worldwide, ranging from providing access to treatment in underserved communities to spreading awareness about HIV prevention. The Freddie Mercury tribute concert, held in April 1992, was one of the first major fundraising events for AIDS awareness. Featuring performances by music legends such as Elton John, Metallica, and Guns N' Roses, the concert drew a global audience and generated significant funds for AIDS research. Freddie's philanthropic legacy also lives on through his fans, who continue to honor his memory by supporting AIDS-related causes. Every year, fans gather on his birthday, September 5th, for events like the Freddie for a Day initiative, where supporters dress as Freddie and raise funds for the Mercury Phoenix Trust. Decades after his passing, Freddie Mercury's music remains as vibrant and relevant as ever. Songs like We Are the Champions have become universal anthems of resilience and triumph, while tracks like Under Pressure and Somebody to Love continue to evoke deep emotional responses. Streaming platforms and social media have introduced Queen's music to younger generations, ensuring that Freddie's voice continues to reach millions. The success of the Bohemian Rhapsody biopic also reignited global interest in Queen's catalog, driving a surge in album sales and streaming numbers. Freddie's ability to create timeless music lies in his unique combination of technical skill and emotional depth. Whether singing about love, loss, or empowerment, his songs resonate with universal themes that transcend time and culture. While Freddie Mercury's physical presence may no longer grace the stage, his spirit remains alive in every chord, every lyric, and every performance inspired by his genius. His story, a blend of struggle, triumph, and unapologetic individuality, continues to inspire and uplift. Freddie's music, style, and fearless self-expression remind the world that true artistry knows no bounds. He remains a symbol of the extraordinary heights that can be reached when one dares to dream, defy conventions, and live authentically. Through his enduring legacy, Freddie Mercury remains forever immortal in the hearts of millions. Thank you for watching this video to the end. We would like to ask you to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, to stay up to date with all the latest events, click on the bell so you will not miss the next news releases.